I became a basketball referee over 15 years ago, and this is how I got started and what I wish I knew. Welcome to the Ref School channel. My name is Marlon, and I'm currently a Division I women's college basketball official.
Flashback.
So let me take you back to the year 2008. I know I'm aging myself a little bit, but at the time I was in my second year at the greatest college in the country, the University of Florida. Go Gators. Unfortunately, I had just lost my 75% Bright Future scholarship, like many other incoming freshmen that were dealing with the new pressures of being away from home for the first time, having way too much freedom, no parents, no responsibilities, and just having way too much fun. There was definitely a lack of focus when it came to school, but could you blame me? We were two-time national champs in basketball and football while I was there. Thankfully, my parents, being the responsible caregivers that they are, started a college fund for me when I was just a child, so that actually helped me cover my tuition, my room and board, and some other things going into it. The scholarship that I had received out of high school was strictly just kind of extra play money for food, to spend on books, and any other disposable income. Well, now that that was gone, I had to get real and do something about it. So pretty much, I needed a job. At the time, one of my classmates was actually a referee at the intramural sports program on campus, and because I'd been playing basketball since I was a kid, studied the game, loved the game, and had a passion for it, I figured, why not give it a shot? I started off refereeing just a couple of sports like flag football and basketball, but I really just took to basketball because basketball has always been my first love. So while the referee classes and trainings were pretty straightforward, it was still new nonetheless. It was kind of like learning a different language. And because I just needed a side job to make some extra cash, I treated it as such, not even realizing the resources that were at my disposal. Even though I continued to referee throughout my college tenure with the intramural sports program, I never decided to really take it any further than that. However, there were a number of officials that were involved in the program that decided to actually go out and join the local high school association and started refereeing actual high school basketball. Personally, I never thought twice about it. I was enjoying campus, my social life, my social circles, and just enjoying what Gainesville had to offer. Fast forward to my first year back home from college, and like so many other non-employed recent graduates that are just coming out of the recession, I needed a job.
Help me, I'm poor.
So I did what I knew best, which was basketball. I went out and joined my local high school association and started working rec ball leagues, AAU tournaments, and any other games that I could find. And once our preseason meetings and trainings started to get rolling, to my surprise, I actually ran into a number of people that went to college with me that I didn't even know were from Miami. Outside of music, basketball has always been my first love. And so officiating gave me that ability to stay close to the game in a competitive environment, even after my playing days were done. No disrespect to the local weekend warriors.
White chocolate! Raindrops! Old school! T!
When I first started officiating, I remember that the on-court trainings took a little time to get used to, but I took to it quickly because I'd always been a player and I coached, even coached kids, and was always a student of the game. But the rules training and verbiage was like learning a foreign language. As soon as they started throwing letters and variables like A1, B2, verticality, and all these different terms, I was lost just like anybody else. I've been fortunate enough to have gone down this referee journey through my start of intramural sports, to rec ball, to high school, through the collegiate ranks, and still working to keep getting better every day. Each time I felt stagnant, I usually had a mentor or a peer of mine who was even just a little bit ahead of me to unlock a new realization, a new work ethic, habit, or trait that would kind of help me propel my game to the next level. Those moments were extremely key to my growth and something I'm very appreciative of, as a lot of younger officials lack that type of experience in their first couple years, which is the reason why about 60% of officials quit within their first 3 years.
I hate it here! I want to go home!
It's actually crazy to think that it's been over 15 years since I first picked up a whistle, and I still wish I started a little earlier. There's a few things I wish I knew when I first got started, and first is finding a good mentor earlier. But this is something that cannot be forced. In my opinion, finding a mentor happens organically. That happens by asking questions, meeting new people, being humble in your approach, and be open to learning. If you're just starting out officiating, I would actually advise going to your local board or referee or high school association and just introducing yourself in the meetings and the trainings to other people, especially people that may just be, a step ahead of you or kind of where you, at the level you want to be at or where you see yourself at in the future. If it's one thing that I've learned about people in general, it's that other people love to talk about themselves. So ask questions, meet people, be a sponge, take what works for you and flush out the rest. Like with anything else, too much information will overload your brain and you'll probably be overthinking everything and get more flustered and frustrated than anything. The second thing I would advise and wish that I would have done earlier in my career is actually realize how much I liked or loved officiating. In this case, if you want to work the pros, that's cool. Or if you just want to be the best high school or local official possible, that's cool too. But just be honest with yourself and be prepared for the work ahead. The third thing I'll say is that my journey is not your journey and your journey is not everybody else's journey. Trust me, I know it's really hard to see some of your peers possibly move up faster than you, whether it's by getting more games, getting higher level games, while you feel like you're kind of just stuck and stagnant. And while this is easier said than done, I've always said that I'd rather be late to the party than too early to the party. And pretty much what I mean is that I would much rather get an opportunity later in life and be ready than get my chance too early and not be prepared for the moment and ultimately fail and possibly never get that shot again. Take your time, be patient, and be ready when your time comes. In this field, you always have to be learning and never feel like you know it all, because the game will humble you really quick. If you feel like you don't have access to the resources that can help guide you, then feel free to comment below on this video or subscribe to our free newsletter. The link will be in the description, or you can go to refschool.com to sign up for free. We curate content that provides actionable strategies mixed with real stories and experiences from other officials. The main reason why I keep refereeing is because I know I haven't mastered it yet. There's a constant climb to keep improving my game the same as if I was still playing. I relate learning a new rule or a new decision-making tactic to learning a new move or skill, or to add to my bag, as the kids would say nowadays. I also like that referees are a part of a unique group of people. Most people, when they think about getting a job in sports, they think about actually being the athlete, the coach, the GM, maybe something in media or journalism, but nobody ever actually thinks about becoming an official. But if you think about it, what game can get started without us? It's like being a part of a special club or a fraternity that only certain people can have access to, and I love that. If you're a basketball referee too, I'd love to know how your journey got started. Comment below how you got started or how long you've been refereeing, and I'll see you on the next video.